Welcome to Protagonist Pub. My name is Tammy, and this is where characters gather. So today we're going to do my September 2023 book haul. My husband actually picked up a bunch of books for me that were on my wish list. He bought them at the end of August, and they weren't here, and it was too late for them to show up in the August book haul for my birthday. I picked up personally a couple of ebooks and a couple of books from the library. So I'm blaming the vast majority of this book haul on my husband. And he did it because he loves me and I love him, and he knows the way to my heart is through books. So I am blessed beyond measure. So let's do digital purchases first. Bought a couple of books on my Kindle, and let me see if I can pull them up here. So the first one would be Willow Hall by Maggie Bradford. I know it's the first in a series. I don't know a lot about it. I think the cover is enchanting, and I really want to read this one. It looks like a good cleansing romance read for me, and I always appreciate that. The next one is The Wavy Dan by Philip Chase, a fellow booktuber. I will link his channel down below. He is, this is the first in the Edan series, Children of Edan series. I know he has a PhD. He's a English professor. He actually may be dean of the department at his college. I know he was acting dean at one point. I don't know if he got the actual job. Philip gives a very nuanced and esoteric review of all the books he reads, and so I am interested in reading his first book in the series, and if I like it, I will pick up the other two. They are on Kindle Unlimited. I did pick this one up for myself, and they are chunky fantasy books, so I don't know if they're clean. I don't know much about them other than I know he loves Tolkien, so I'm very interested. Oh, there was one more. No, there was 4 on my list. Third one is The Do-Over by Sharon M. Peterson. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I love Sharon Peterson. She is a funny and sweet and completely transparent and open author on Instagram. I read her second book first, The Fake Out. I loved The Fake Out. It is one of my favorite reads of this year. It is clean, it is sweet, it is hysterically funny. So I am truly looking forward to The Do-Over. I'm trying to fit it in here as quickly as I can. I am so looking forward to The Do-Over. And the last digital purchase for the month is The Promise of Blood by Brian McClellan. At the time of filming this, I am 60% through, and I can't stop reading that book. I will read it until it is complete, ignoring everything else I need to do in life except maybe upload a video, because I need to finish that book. It's that good. Flintlock Fantasy is my new thing. I am so in love with that book. Okay, so up next would be the 2 purchases I picked up at the library this month. They are both by the same author, and they're books 1 and 2, which I didn't even realize when I picked them up. And it is the Secret Lives of Will Tucker series by Kathleen Wybero. She is one of the authors of the Christian Cozy Mystery series featuring dogs. Cannot think of the name of it. I will put it down here. I love those series, so I'm looking forward to this. The first book is Flora's Wish. It's a beautiful cover. And the second book is Millie's Treasure. So I didn't even realize these were a series when I picked them up. I grabbed them because of the author. So these are going to be Christian historical fiction. I'll read you a little bit of the back. See it on the front back? Yeah, I'll read you the little blurb. An engaging romantic story of how God can move a wide array of circumstances to bring love, joy, and lasting fulfillment to the most hopeless heart. Yeah. I'm going to love these. I have a feeling I'm going to love these. Didn't realize the library still had a sticker on it. And now it's gone. Okay. So those were Tammy's purchases, other than digital. So, first thing he bought me was a Most Intriguing Lady by Sarah Ferguson. This is the follow-up to the book I bought for my birthday. A Heart for a Compass. So this is the continuation. Character in here appears in the first book. So he bought it for me. And these are going to be perfect reads for Victober. They take place in Victorian times. So if you're participating in Victober, but you don't want to read a classic, these are definite choices that would work. So the next series, I purchased the first book, and then I realized that although expensive, had I purchased the 6 book set, it would have been less expensive than buying those 6 books individually. It was in my wish list. He asked me about it. I said, yeah, I made a mistake. I should have bought the 6th book. It's less expensive than buying them individually. And he's like, done. And he purchased it. So it all but completes the series, book 7, and the newly released prequel to the series. I don't own, but I can pick those up when I've finished these. And that is the Seven Sisters series. So the one I already own is The Seven Sisters by Lucinda Riley. So didn't include it in my book unhaul, but I will unhaul one copy of this book. I obviously don't need 2 copies of the same book. But these all match. They all have what number they are in the series on the spine, which we all know I completely appreciate. So that's book 1. Book 2 is The Storm Sister. Again, incredibly intriguing cover. Book 3 is The Shadow Sister. Book 4 is The Moon Sister. Book 5 does not have a number on the spine. That's hysterical. That's The Pearl Sister. And book 6 is The Sun Sister. Book 7, I believe, is The Missing Sister. And the prequel novel is Paw Salt. So I have to pick up those last 2, but none of these are skinny books. This is book 6. This is book 5. They're all the same, they're all chunky little books. I am slated to read the first book this year. It is part of my 2023 Protagonist Pub Personal Reading Challenge. I will link that video down below. This is for a book set in Central or South America. I know at least part of it takes place in Brazil, so I'm going to count that. And I'm not sure where in the fourth quarter this is going to appear, but it's going to appear in the fourth quarter. So the last series my husband graced me with is the Warlord Chronicles by Bernard Cornwell. Here they are. These are the European covers. Book 1 is The Winter King. Book 2 is The Enemy of God. And book 3 is Excalibur. These are... who has it? Someone has just adapted them for a miniseries. It's currently running. I want to say it's Paramount Plus or Prime. It's one of those two. And I always prefer to read the series before watching an adaptation because we all know adaptations are very rarely accurate. These are a retelling of the myth of Arthur. It's the second pickup in the month of August for an Arthurian retelling. And these are told not from Arthur's point of view. And so I'm very interested in the series. Cornwell is an amazing author. I have heard nothing but praise for these books. They are just, this first one is just shy of 500 pages, and it is dense print. It's not large print or, medium print. It is definitely small print. So, these are, Arthur is playing into my 2024 planning. And this will definitely play into that planning as well. I'm looking forward to these immensely. I will read you the back of the first one. In the Dark Ages, a legendary warrior arises to unite a divided land. Uther, the High King of Britain, is dead. His only heir is the infant Mordred. Yet each of the country's lesser kings seek to claim the crown for themselves. While they squabble and spoil for a war, a host of Saxon armies gather, preparing for invasion. But no one has counted on the fearsome warlord Arthur. Handed power by Merlin and pursuing a doomed romance with the beautiful Guinevere, Arthur knows he will struggle to unite the country, let alone hold back the Saxon enemy at the gates. Yet destiny awaits him. Yeah, these are definitely in 2024 planning for me. So, I have begun 2024 planning. So, yeah. That is my September book haul. It is much shorter than August. I imagine it's going to be much briefer for the rest of the year. Did you haul anything great this year or this month? Please leave a comment down below, like, and subscribe. And I will see you here next time at the Protagonist Pub.